Welcome to OelGrez's Tanking Thursday. Happy Halloween, everybody. It's that time of year again. We're going with a Halloween theme. So we are playing World of Tanks, and every year World of Tanks has a Halloween spooky type battlefield that you can play on using the different type of spooky kind of specter type tank. So that's what this is here is. This is tall tales from Sergeant Bones talking about being a bow gunner in a Spectre tank. I do believe TC would be Gabriel in this tank. I had to pay a little silver to get her name changed to Gabriel. Gabriel is a character I have in one of my novels I wrote. She's like a heroic type character. So I rolled up a dwarven female character in World of Warcraft, and I gave her the name of Gabriel, which kind of resembled the Gabriel in the book that I wrote about. So that's where this Gabriel came from. So I was looking for a name. I've used Jesse. I've got Jazzy Jazz driving a tank or two. No, I take it back. They're TCs, they're tank commanders. They don't drive the tank. They tell the drivers where to go. And sometimes, not pleasantly, but no, I'm just kidding. Always great team effort with all my tanker, tank crews, and even my warship crews. Wonderful crews that all do a wonderful job. And sometimes we damage our equipment, and Sergeant Bones has to pick it up. I have a couple of different clips going. This was the Spectre tank. I think that was like one of the first battles I've done. And then I went on to this other tank, which is a tank destroyer. And I wanted to see what this tank sounds kind of cool. That's me slowed down. That's my voice. Has a growl to it. Yeah, it does. If you listen, you can hear it. The radiator, and then everything heats up when it moves. And just to make this spooky, there's these tanks scattered all over the battlefield. Like you can see them out there. They're sitting dark. And unless they move, you don't see them light up. But if there's one sitting there and all of a sudden she lights up, well, that's an actual tank. They can have you in their sights waiting, and you can set up little ambushes. You can set up like driving by not realizing that there's someone sitting there, and all of a sudden they'll pop you. Or I've used the tanks themselves as shields, where you can get in behind them, and then but then again, they have their scouts. They get in behind you. They do a number on your back end, making it so that Sergeant Bones has to repaint. But these are spooky Spectre tanks. I'm not sure the little bit of scratches and paint job scratch might add to the appearance. So, but that's up to Sergeant Bones. Like I said, they have magic where they shrink the vehicle down to like a model size, scaled down version. And then using diorama skills and painting skills, he weathers and paints them, and then they restore them back to the original size. And then they put them back out in the garage for our TCs to take in the battle. And we're working on the Halloween package going on here. Yeah, you do. You can drive over them and bust them up. That's cool. So, I'm getting ideas too for what I could do with the scene I could do in Coaster Planet using. You could actually, if I got pictures and stills of these, I could redo these buildings. You could actually recreate one of these scenes You'd have to use one of the newer tanks, but you could darken them up. Yeah, I think you could change the color scheme that you got here almost. But it'd be neat to be able to bring in an old tank like one of these tanks that I haven't parked out there, but that takes some having to build your own. It'd be tough to do. I don't know if the things that'd be there in Coastal Planet to do that with. But like you said, there are tanks in the game that you can use. You can create up something similar, but more on like a modern day type battlefield. Then you could do dark like what you got sitting here, because you could actually do a real dark black and dark gray type color scheme, which would give the impression of like a ghost tank sitting out there. Oh, look at that skull. He shot at us. I backed up just in time. I saw it coming. That's what I like about this stuff. You can capture stuff like that. Each game and every something's a little bit different. I like the tanks that they're kind of like a spider, like the jumping spider. And there's been a couple times where somebody jumped onto another tank. Here we go, Sergeant Bones, Bow Gunner. Sergeant Bones, Bow Gunner? Thanks for watching. Listen to the Prairie Dogs. That'd be Andy. Andy's in the studio. ELAstudio stuff. Thank you for watching. This is a clip that I had created earlier. I put the two clips together now. You create the one clip, it all comes in under 1456. So it just worked out perfect. Yes, but we do. It's working plenty fine. Oh, yes, we are. And there's Sergeant Bones telling tall tales. The new bow gunner dreams of heroics. Sergeant Bones, tall tales. So this is a little tale he's telling the bow gunner. You got a bow gunner. He was out the hut. There was this day we were out there in the field, and we knew the enemy was out there, but we couldn't know where they were at. And here's the story. Look at that. Look at the trains burning. The graphics in this is so cool. And the Spectre tank is really hard to control. And it's like fast, very maneuverable. It's kind of like when I was in the village one, it seemed like it was almost slippery, trying to get traction on the cobblestone road. Oh, look at that. Look at the graphics. Tell me that ain't cool. So I'm using the terrain here now. I'm getting better at that, as opposed to just sitting out in the open all the time. And that's what Sergeant Bones did here. The TC got out of there, taking damage. So I scooted up onto the other side. And one thing I'm starting to do better too is watching to see where my team is at, so that I'm not putting myself out in areas where I'm all alone. And that's usually where I'm getting nailed by 3 or 4 tanks all at once. You don't last long. So, and that's what I talk about. I was talking to a friend about that. The one thing to learn about is the maps. When you learn where you can go and where you can sit, it gets easier. But then again too, when you play some of these games long enough, the team you're fighting against knows the same tactics. They know where you're going to sit. They know where to go and hide. They know where to find you at. And if they get 2 or 3 on a team like that, they can plow right through a team and just devastate them. And with this here, it's hard to see sometimes to differentiate between they'll like their team up when we get close enough to them, without actually putting yourself like the one battle I noticed when I was watching. Oh yeah, the skin for Dark Royal. Oh, that's gonna be cool for this season. So once I get the Ark Royal, I can put. We got a little bit of gold. Doubloons. World of Warships is doubloons. World of Tanks is gold.
But I do have it. It is
That's revenue that you actually purchase in the game, and you can do different things with that. I usually use it for skins, the customization, sometimes the upgrade. I try to save the upgrade for actually grinding the tanks and getting the equipment upgraded through trial and error. A lot of trial, a lot of error. Sure have my share of real quick games. Being the first tank out, waiting for 14 others. I usually sit and watch the team. I usually watch the battle. I don't like going back to the garage until I see what the outcome is.
I take that back.
So, like I said,
4 of them that I'm going to bring down. And I want to take a video of it.
We are.
Bringing the gingerbread in for the gingerbread.
Oh, you're talking about cookies. Gingerbread cookies.
One get taken Thursday out of the way.
We're also making spaghetti.
A couple clips.
We're going to make some chili. And then we're going to do up some more cookie dough.
This clip is
I have the Canon Rebel charging up so I can go get some photos of the lights out here for Halloween. Yeah, Christmas.
Of this,
Sergeant Bones, tall tales.
Sergeant Bones being the Malgun. And I can zoom in and you can actually see him.
Took second place on this one, I do believe. We did put, like I said, getting better at surviving. I'm learning not to just push right in and get myself destroyed before I can do anything. So, which allows me to chip away at somebody maybe, or get a few more kills that I wouldn't get because I would get them taken out. This is a familiar map. I'm getting better at it. Knowing where to using the tracks, the berm on both sides, jumping on one side to get down below out of view and kind of break contact if you can.
From Minecraft,
I'm getting better at pulling out of a battle, crossing the field, and like I said, doing more of seeing where my team is at, going to where they are, and having my gun support them and add to their firepower, so that you have 2 or 3 tanks firing at one, as opposed to one trying to chip away at a heavy, let's say. Tank destroyers can do a devastating thing, but there's disadvantage of tank destroyers.
I have the
stay off the cap.
the trailer plugged in.
They're on the cap, you can hear your siren.
Oh, look at this.
That's the one on the cap right there. Without the HUD.
That's so creepy. I love it. Nice.
See the glow? It looks so much better without, because that HUD gets in the way of everything. Look at that. Oh, see, there's the crab-looking tank. Watch this.
You hear the growl of some of the tanks.
I got it.
So good.
All right.
I think they've done an awesome
RNG.
done this for the last.
We've been on the other side of this too. There's times where the other team has done exactly to us what we just did here. But I survived. This is one tank that Sergeant Bones doesn't have to paint, but he's telling a story. Right? He's sitting in the right-hand side there. Look at that crab tank back
World
there.
of Tanks has a little tank, toy tank.
Those cost money, and I don't have enough money for that. I want that Ark Royal. That'd be a new carrier. And I'm working on, there's 2 carrier lines I'm working on for World of Warships. That'll be Midway and the Kaga. That's the 2 I'm working on.
Okay,
hold up.
Print and post. Put it in the canyon on the shelf. From ELAstudio in South PhylEd and OelGrez, second place. Look at that. Well done, OelGrez. From ELAstudio in South PhylEd.
That was Sergeant Bones.
I want to say happy Halloween.
Second place.
Actually, that was everybody. Once again, that was a fun battle. Everybody. And I've got a couple more. Take the spectrum
into town. And that one done pretty good too.
I'm getting better.
Let's do a script clip again.
And so we did.
Cut, print, and post. Put it in the cannon on the shelf. From ELAstudio in South PhylEd and OelGrez. Thank you for watching.